Hello everybody, this is Jorge from Mexicali Fish Keeper. Hey, I'm doing a real quick unboxing video. A few weeks ago, I happened to be on the live stream for Crypt Keeper, and he was doing his 200 subscriber giveaway, and I happened to be on that live stream. But funny enough, I wasn't actually the one that was selected for the giveaway. It was Rikostan. So thank you, Rico, because for some odd reason he decided that I'd be the recipient of that giveaway. Needless to say, I was very, very pleased and happy, and I'm very thankful for that. And what it was a $30 gift card for the Garden of Eder. Those of you that don't know who Garden of Eder is, he breeds neocaradinas and caridina shrimp, and he's a very well known shrimp breeder. So, like I said, I was fortunate enough to be the recipient of that $30 gift card. So I went onto the website and I ordered some shrimp and some food that Grant does. I think it's their own blend of food that they do for the shrimp. Well, we'll see right now when we get into it. But what I ended up ordering were some black rose coal shrimp, some orange sakuras, I believe, that were coals, and some of the yellow shrimp also that were coals, and some shrimp food. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn you guys around so you guys can see the unboxing. All right, here's the box that came in the mail today. Let's go ahead and get into it. Gotta be careful, make sure I don't rupture those bags. So let's see. It looks like the box was a little bit beat up. Here you go. This is what I ordered for the food. Some soy ahoy. That's what it looks like. What's so unique about this is that this food would not cloud your water. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. See how it works out. In here we can see that they put some paper on top of it. There, the bags are also wrapped individually. Let's go to the first one. Let's see what we got here. All right. These are the orange coals. Let's see, orange coals. And, you know, they're still, obviously these are not going to be like the bright orange. They still look like juvenile shrimp. And I'm going to go ahead and get them into the, I'm going to put them in the, I'm going to float the bags in the aquarium, where I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the temperatures get matched on these. So let me go ahead and put that bags in there now. The idea is when you get shrimp, one of the keys for the success of these shrimp is that when you put them in that water, make sure that they don't have a big pH swing. So one of the things I'm actually going to do is probably test the water in the bags once I get them kind of temperature matched, just to make sure that there isn't a big swing in pH. And the other thing is, it's best if you put them in a well-established aquarium, one that has that's seasoned, what we call seasoned. Basically, it's been up and running for a while. You have a little bit of algae and microorganisms in there. That's probably where you're going to find the best success for your shrimp. These are the black rose coals. These guys are actually looking real good. So I'm going to go ahead and float this back too. And these should be the yellows. Yep, the yellow coals. All right. So why the reason for buying those? They're actually going into an aquarium where I have other sherry shrimp, and I have some blue shrimp in there too. They're all neocaradinas, but I know that these eventually, when they start breeding, they're going to start pulling out. The genetics are there, but the colors might not be there. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be selectively pulling once these shrimp start breeding, and I'll start pulling what I want and actually set up an individual tank for them. What's also going to happen is now it gives me time to start seasoning that tank, just to make sure that that by the time I get them in there, that they're going into a tank that's going to be good for them. Right now, I'm not worried. It's because if I had bought a straight line. All right, as you guys can see, the bags are already floating in here. I'm going to go ahead and leave them there for about 15 minutes. The temperature shouldn't be too different because I heat the fish room, not necessarily the aquariums. So since these were sitting in the fish room at ambient temperature, they should be almost pretty evenly matched. But the only thing I have in here are some neon green rasboras and some shrimp. And you can see there's some sherry shrimp in there. Oh, and I'm also growing out a couple of corridoros, some eggs that I had been able to pull. But here's what I'm talking about season tank. As you guys can see right there on the glass, there's a little bit of algae. If you look on here, there's a lot of little algae there. This is all great food source for all these shrimp. I have a little bit of moss in there. I have a lot of surface area for these shrimp to be able to grace on here. So I think this tank is going to be the ideal tank for them. As I start seeing some of the colors that I want, because that's what I've done with this tank. Anytime I see colors that I like, I'll pull them out and put them in their own tank, like I did here, and this one here, where I have those sherry shrimps. I got to cull some out of here too, because they're starting to throw some colors that I don't want. But all those shrimp came out of this tank right here. So, and you can see there's probably one in there that I could cull and pull for a different tank, because the color's a little bit more intense versus the ones that are swimming by, where the colors are a little bit more transparent and stuff like that. This guy's got a little bit of hint of green. So there's all kinds of stuff in here, and as I see the colors or the morphs that I want, then I'll go ahead and pull them out. But let's go ahead and let these guys sit in there for a couple of minutes, and then I'll come and unbag them. Alright, so as you can see, they've been sitting there for about approximately 15 minutes now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these test strips. These are from SJ Wave. They're 7-in-1 aquarium test strips. I've used these all the time in my fish room. They work pretty good. So what I'm really looking for is going to be more of the pH, to make sure that the pH is within range. The water is in the bags to what I have in my aquarium. That way I don't have a big pH swing, and the shrimp will be fine. So let me go ahead and pull those bags out of there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to test that water. I'm going to dump those shrimp into here in case I need to do a drip acclimation. Well, I don't do drip acclimation. I do pouring little by little. But we'll see right now. Let me go ahead and test the water. So I've got my test strip here. Let's go ahead and dip it in the water, and let's see what the results are on this. I've got the test here. Let me go ahead and compare it with the sample bottle. So right now, the first one is going to be the pH, which is right here. And according to this, the pH is somewhere between 8.0 and 7.6. The KH is between 120 and 240. Chlorine is okay. I have no chlorine. Nitrites I have no nitrites, nitrates. They're 10, which is fine. And for my GH, it's about 100. So now I'm gonna go see what it's like in the water in the bags. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them, pour them in here, and then I'll do a test of that. Oh, okay. They actually tied the bag. Well, quicker way. I thought they were just turned in there, but so let's go ahead and dust these in here. Make sure there's one little guy in there. Maybe go ahead and get some water. Alright, it's important to check your bag because there was one that was stuck in the corner. Alright, now make sure there's nothing in there. Okay, that was a black rose. Even in here there's some coals in here. There's a red cherry shrimp in there, which I guess they all pretty much come from the same color morph. Alright, I'm not going to pop it with. Make sure nobody's stuck in the corner. Oh. There's always that one guy. There he is. And these are the orange. Make sure nobody else is in here. Yep, bag looks empty. So I've got them in there. And now the last one, which is the yellow. No hitchhikers. Nobody in the bag. Alright, so real quick, before I go further, let me check temperatures. It's 74. 74.1, so they're matched. Now, let's see what I get for the results. The biggest thing is the pH that I'm concerned about. So this one is like a, yeah, this one's more like a 7.680. So I'm thinking about a like a 7.8 is roughly where it's in between. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of water from the aquarium, and I'm going to slowly add it to that reservoir, and basically pour acclimate them, because I'm not going to do the drip. And every few minutes I'll be adding some more water until I can get this pH to kind of match up with what's in the aquarium. So I'll be back once I've got this pretty much balanced out. Alright, so I went ahead and did a small water change on that 10-gallon aquarium. And by doing that, one of the things that I was able to do was actually able to bring up the pH. One of the reasons why it dropped a little bit is because I do have some wood in there, and over time, the last time I did a water change in that aquarium was probably about a month ago, and so over time it just gradually brings down the pH. But by doing that water change, I was able to bring that up again, right to where it's about an 8. And so I'm going to go ahead and, these have been sitting here for a while, I'm going to go ahead and put these in there. But let me show you what they look like before I put them in the aquarium. Here you go. You guys can see some of the colors in here. You can see the yellows and the orange and the black rose. Obviously these are not going to be as intense as his regular lines, because remember, these are coals. But that doesn't mean that when these breed, I'm not going to start getting some higher quality shrimp from here. And since I like doing the weight game and playing the long game, I have no problem doing that. Also, it'll be interesting to see what other color morphs I get from these guys interbreeding. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in this aquarium now, and let's go ahead and do that now, so that we can get these guys into what's going to be their new home. Alright, let's go ahead and pour these guys in here. There they go. Nobody in here left behind. Yep, it's empty. So this is going to be their home for a while, and we'll wait for them to start breeding out. And as I get some of the colors that I like, or start seeing some better quality in them, I'll start pulling them out. I do have a 10-gallon down there that I need to start setting up, so that by the time I pull these guys out of here, that water is already seasoned. So that's it for now. Just want to thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you guys next time.